Hello, welcome back. This is Lynn with littlelearnersprintables.com, and as promised, we are going to be talking about what is social and emotional development in young children ages 3 to 5. Let's look at two of the following key points. Number one, social and emotional development refers to skills children use to understand their own feelings and the feelings of others. For preschoolers, this would include learning how to recognize and name their emotions. Here are the top 7. There are others which include worried, sick, shy, embarrassed, shocked, etc. But teach the bottom 7 first, then you can gradually teach additional ones. Remember, some children may not yet be able to express how they feel. This could be due to limited language development or their nonverbal. In these type of situations, providing visual supports can be highly effective. So consider using your emotion cards displayed in a visible and accessible area to the children. Then they can point to the card that represents how they feel, allowing them to communicate their emotions until they are able to recognize and verbally express them independently. Number 2, manage your emotions, being able to express them in a respectful way. Let's take a look at an example. Can I have a turn with the truck when you're done, please? This shows clear communication of what they want, polite language, they said please, and patience by acknowledging the other child's turn first. Now, let's take a look at building positive relationships next. Building positive relationships means taking turns sharing and showing empathy. Here's an example. Tommy notices his friend Kenny struggling to build a tall block tower. He walks over and says, "I can help you make it taller." Together they stack blocks, taking turns and laughing when it wobbles. When the tower finally falls, Tommy pats Kenny's shoulder and says, "Let's try again." In this short moment, Tommy is showing empathy by noticing Kenny's challenge, practicing cooperation by working together toward a shared goal, and using positive communication through kind words and encouragement. When they're navigating social situations, which is solving simple conflicts, here's another example. Two preschoolers, Lisa and Leo, both reach for the same red toy truck at the same time. What happens? The initial reaction, Lisa frowns and says, "I had it first," while Leo holds on tightly. The guided response, their teacher kneels and says, "I see you both want the truck. Let's find a way so everyone is happy." Problem solving means Lisa suggests, "I can play first, then Leo can have it." Leo thinks for a moment and says, "Okay, but I want 2 turns after." The resolution means they agree that Lisa will play for 2 minutes, then Leo will get the truck. The teacher sets a timer. The final outcome is that when the timer beeps, Lisa hands the truck to Leo without any fuss and they both smile. Now let's look at the brain structure next. This does not come automatically. They are learned through consistent modeling, supportive environments, and repeated everyday practice. Rapid brain structure development. It is important to remember that during the preschool years, children are rapidly developing the brain structures that control emotional regulations. When a child learns how to understand their feelings and able to calm their body, it means taking deep breaths, asking for help, or using words instead of yelling or crying when upset. Impulse control is when a child learns to stop and think before acting. It means waiting for a turn, keeping hands to themselves, and not grabbing or shouting right away. Empathy is when a child can notice how someone else feels and care about them. It means being kind, helping a friend, or saying, "Are you okay?" when someone is sad. In social understanding, this is when a child learns how to get along with others and follow simple social rules. It includes sharing, taking turns, listening, and understanding how their actions affects others around them. Ages 3 to 5 are considered a critical window for shaping how children understand themselves and others. Social and emotional development also lays the foundation for learning and school readiness. When children can manage frustration, follow simple directions, wait for a turn, or ask for help when it is needed, this means they are better prepared to focus, explore, and participate successfully in both academic and social settings. Now let's look at how social and emotional development influences every area of a child's life. Social and emotional development influences every area of a child's life. It affects how they see themselves, interact with peers, communicate their needs, and handle challenges. Strong social and emotional skills lead to better relationships, higher confidence, more independence, strong problem solving abilities, and finally resilience, the ability to recover from disappointment and try again. When a child feels safe and capable emotionally, they engage more deeply in learning, exploration, and imaginative play. Now let's look at why social and emotional development is so important next. Let's look at why social and emotional development is so important. Because it shapes how children learn to manage their emotions, communicate their needs, interact with others, gain confidence, gain independence, and the emotional control needed for school readiness. This directly supports language development, academic learning, and positive behavior. These skills are directly linked to mental well being and better long term academic outcomes. They are able to participate in group activities, be able to form friendships, handle frustration, and use problem solving strategies. Let's look at what healthy social emotional development looks like. What does social emotional development look like? A child who can identify feelings, express needs using words, take turns, share materials, show empathy toward friends, wait for a turn, follow simple directions, use coping strategies, and resolve small conflicts with guidance. What happens to children who do not develop it? Children may or will have difficulty forming friendships, communicating emotions appropriately, manage frustration, cry easily, hit or bite, withdraw, refuse to participate, and be overwhelmed by change or transitions. Without support, these children often experience challenges in kindergarten and beyond. They will have difficulty following routines, may struggle to follow daily classroom routines such as lining up, transitioning between activities, completing simple tasks in order. This can lead to confusion, missed learning opportunities, and difficulty keeping up with the class. Conflict with their peers, may have challenges sharing, taking turns, or use words to solve problems. This can result in frequent disagreements, frustration, or difficulty building positive friendships. Low self esteem. This child may lack confidence in their abilities and may be hesitant to try new tasks. They may give up easily, avoid challenges, or express negative thoughts about themselves. Anxiety. This child may appear worried, nervous, or overwhelmed, especially during new or challenging situations. This can make it difficult for them to participate fully in classroom activities or be able to separate comfortably from caregivers. Trouble focusing, distracting others. This child may have difficulty staying focused on activities or instructions for appropriate periods of time. They may become easily distracted or unintentionally distract classmates, which can interfere with both their own learning and the learning of others. Behavioral issues. This child may have difficulty managing emotions and behaviors, which can include impulsivity, defiance, or emotional outbursts. These behaviors may occur when the child feels frustrated, overwhelmed, or unable to communicate their needs effectively. Delays in academic progress because of emotional needs interfering with learning. The child's emotional and social challenges may interfere with their ability to focus, engage, and learn new skills. As a result, they may fall behind in early academic areas such as literacy, math, and problem solving, and more. Next, let's look at how you can support social and emotional growth. How to help your preschooler develop it. You can support social and emotional growth by modeling calm behavior, naming emotions during real moments, create predictable routines that help children feel safe, encourage children to use words to express their feelings, Teach simple coping strategies, read books about feelings, invite children to help with simple tasks, praising effort, and respond to children with consistent worth. Here are some activities that promote it. Emotion cards or feeling charts. Help children identify and label emotions. You can print and laminate 2 sets so that the children can play as a matching memory game. You might consider placing cards around a room, call out an emotion for the children to find. Dramatic play. This encourages cooperation, communication, and role playing social scenarios. Turn taking games. Board games, rolling a ball, or passing objects help with patience and impulse control. Problem solving scenarios. What could we do if 2 friends want the same toy? Circle time sharing. Let each child share about their day, their feelings, building confidence and communication. Storybooks about emotions. Discuss characters' feelings and how they solve their problems. Have a puppet theater set up, and after reading a book on emotions, have the children act it out using puppets. Active kindness challenges. Simple tasks like helping a friend, cleaning up together, or complimenting others. There are endless activity possibilities here. Let's look at what comes next. As you can see, there's a significant amount of content to explore within this domain. In this series, I will be covering the following key areas: relationship skills, emotional knowledge, perspective taking, and personal responsibility. Following our focus on social emotional development, future presentations will be self-regulation, language and literacy, mathematics, social studies, science, physical health, creative expression, gross motor and fine motor skills, music, causes of overstimulation, the healthy home environment, and more. My final thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the first early childhood educational presentation. My goal is to support teachers and parents who are dedicated to nurturing young learners by providing practical, research-based guidance. If you found this presentation helpful, please leave a comment and let me know. Remember to like and subscribe to receive notifications when new content is released. In my next presentation, I will continue our focus on social and emotional development by looking at relationship skills. Happy teaching!